What, you thought making money was going to be easy? Seriously? You thought you'd wake up one morning, roll out of bed, check your phone, and suddenly you have 6 figures sitting in your bank account because you posted some motivational quote on Instagram? Or because you have been watching videos about how easy it is to make money? You probably still believe in unicorns, right? Sorry to burst your little bubble, but making real money is very, very hard. The kind of hard that makes most men tap out the moment things get uncomfortable. And guess what? That's why most men stay broke. See, the process is simple, but it's not easy. There's a big difference. Let me explain something before you go running back to your comfort zone or your latest distraction. Simple means clear, straightforward. Like this. Want to lose weight? Eat less? Move more. Simple. But is it easy? No. Because easy would mean doing it without resistance, without cravings, without laziness. And making money works the same way. The process is simple. Create value, solve problems, sell solutions, repeat. That's it. But simple doesn't mean easy. It means the steps are clear, but the execution is brutal. Because it requires discipline, rejection, sacrifice, cold calls, long hours, embarrassing failures, nights you can't sleep because you have no idea how you'll pay rent. That's the price, and most people aren't willing to pay it. So if you're still here and didn't just leave to watch some cat video or scroll through TikTok looking for an easier hack, good. That means there might be hope for you yet. Look, I talk to a lot of guys who say they want success. They want the cars, the respect, the freedom, but the moment you tell them what it actually takes, they start whining. They say, it's too hard, or I'm not good at sales, or I don't like talking to strangers. You know who else doesn't like talking to strangers? Children. Grow up. Let's talk about sales for a second. Because if you can't sell, you can't eat. You think you're too good for cold calls? Let me tell you something. Jeff Bezos started by driving boxes to the post office himself. Elon Musk slept on a couch in his own office and took showers at the YMCA. Steve Harvey lived in his car for 3 years before his big break. They didn't cry about how hard it was. They got to work. They sold. They pitched. They failed. And then they did it again. You think you're special? That you're going to skip the pain and just arrive at the success part? Get over yourself. I used to make 30 cold calls a day. I got hung up on, cursed out, laughed at. You know what happened? I got better. Because every rejection was a brick. And I used those bricks to build something real. You don't grow when it's easy. You grow when it hurts. Here's a fun little exercise. Take 1 week and every single day, talk to 10 strangers and try to sell them something. Doesn't matter if it's a product, a service, or just an idea. Just sell, get rejected, get uncomfortable. Do that and tell me you don't grow. You want to make money? Start solving painful problems. The bigger the pain, the more someone is willing to pay you to fix it. People will throw money at anyone who can take away their discomfort, make their lives easier, help them look better, feel better, or perform better. But guess what? You have to be good. And to be good, you have to practice. To practice, you have to show up. And to show up, you have to care more about your goals than your feelings. You don't need more information. You already know what to do. Stop pretending you're confused. Confusion is just fear in disguise. Want to start a business? Start. You don't need an LLC right away. You don't need a fancy website. You need an offer and you need a customer. That's it. Sell your skills. Offer to help someone with their problem. Charge a price. Deliver. Repeat. You think you need a degree? Go tell that to the guy making 6 figures editing videos from his bedroom. Or the guy flipping thrift store junk online and making more than your college professor. The game has changed, but the rules of winning haven't. Want to stand out? Be consistent. You can outwork 90% of people just by showing up every day. But people don't want to be consistent. They want instant gratification. They want dopamine now. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you did something uncomfortable on purpose? When was the last time you sacrificed something fun for something meaningful? If you can't remember, you're not serious. And if you're not serious, then stop lying to yourself about your dreams. Because dreams without discipline are just fantasies. And fantasies don't pay rent. Here's another hard truth. You will fail. Not once, not twice, a lot. You'll lose money, you'll screw up, you'll look stupid. But that's the entry fee. Everyone pays it. No one skips it. Want to be rich? Start learning how to take punches. Life is going to swing at you. Bills, bad clients, self-doubt. You name it. But the guys who win are the ones who keep getting up. Bloodied, bruised, still swinging. Take Thomas Edison. The guy failed 1,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. 1,000. You know what he said? I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work. That's the mindset. Or Howard Schultz, Starbucks. He got rejected by over 200 investors before someone believed in his idea. 200. You can't get 5 people to like your Instagram post without questioning your worth, and this guy got turned down 200 times. And here's the best part. Most of your competition is soft. They're scrolling, numbing, making excuses, looking for comfort. And that should fire you up. Because while they're sleeping in, you're building. While they're crying about being tired, you're closing deals. Wake up early. Move your body. Read every day. Cold shower. Meditate. Do hard stuff on purpose. Not because it makes you money instantly, but because it makes you stronger. Discipline bleeds into everything. You train your mind by doing what sucks when you don't feel like it. And if you're waiting for motivation to save you, stop. Motivation is a coward. It shows up when things are already easy. You don't need more motivation. You need grit. You need to act when you're tired, bored, scared, and doubting yourself. That's where the real money is made. In the moments no one's watching. When it's just you and that voice in your head whispering that you'll never make it. You answer back by showing up anyway. Remember that discipline takes over when motivation is gone. So start living like your future depends on what you do today. Because it does. You want respect? Start respecting yourself. That means keeping your promises, even the small ones, especially the small ones. You say you're going to wake up early? Do it. You say you're going to make 20 calls today? Do it. No excuses, no shortcuts. Don't chase money, chase value. The money follows the value. Always has, always will. Focus on helping people. Focus on making things better, faster, simpler, more convenient. That's how wealth is built. And finally, embrace the grind. Stop wishing it was easier. Wish you were tougher. You are not entitled to success. You earn it. Every damn day. Still here? Good. Maybe you're not as soft as I thought. Now, if you actually learned something, and you're not just here to feel inspired for 5 minutes before going back to your comfort cave, then maybe you should hit that subscribe button. Or don't. I'm not gonna beg. I'm not your mother. But if you do stick around, I'll keep throwing you the truth, even when it stings. Because someone has to.